I'm Shri Bakai, and this channel is all about unconventional self-improvement, where you'll learn things in ways that you've never learned before. Ever since I was a kid, I've wanted to do business. From 6th standard is when I started getting aspirations of becoming a business owner and that kind of a thing. But age was always a barrier, obviously. Like, you can't start a full-fledged business when you are young. You can, but there was just too much resistance in my way. Up until I was 16, 17 years old, I'd never made money before properly, except the $20 that I made in a freelancing gig. So tried to come up with different ideas, exploring YouTube, searching like how to make money online, how to make money, this, that, how to make money as a teen, this, that. I was trying to come up with ideas, and then I came across the legend himself, Gary Vee. He was out here on the street as a millionaire, selling stuff, flipping stuff. I'm like, what is this? What is this? This is surely something that I can do. Like, I can sell stuff on the street. Come on, easily. So a few days passed by and I ended up calling my friend one morning and I'm like, bro, let's challenge ourselves. Let's try to make money on the street out of minimal investment. Let's try to flip something. And we met up the next morning. The first challenge that came on was every item has an MRP. So we could not buy anything that had an MRP on it. So that includes chocolates. Like, you can upsell chocolates easily, but there's an MRP on it. Like, I cannot sell a 100 rupee MRP chocolate for 200 rupees. It's impossible. No one would buy it. Someone would just go to the store and buy it instead, right? I just quickly thought, bro, what are some things that do not have an MRP? Instantly, I see Fruit Wala. Fruit Wala, does he have MRP? No. Let's head over. So we had option of apples, watermelons, grapes, that sort of thing. Apples are too big to carry around, so skip grapes. You can't sell whole grape boxes, and you can't really take out the branch and then sell individual grapes. Bananas was the answer finally. Like, just buy a whole bunch. It was super cheap at the time. We bought one banana for 3 rupees and we bought 24 bananas. So that was a 72 rupee investment that we made into these bananas. It was a weekend, but it was 10 a.m. So most people were home, but we still managed to make a few sales. So the first banana, there was an old man walking. I was like, hey, do you want to buy some bananas? And he's like, how much? I said 10 rupees for one. And he bought it. He bought like 2 or 3, no questions asked. And then my friend sold a few. Then I sold a few more. So we were taking turns. Okay, how many can we sell? There was one couple sitting on the bench. So I'm like, bro, we gotta sell to these guys. Then I sit next to them. I'm like, do you guys wanna buy a banana? They said, how much? I said 10 rupees for one. And the woman was like, itna mehenga. Oh, samne bar. And bro, the funny part was, there was a fruit wala in front of us. So imagine there was a fruit wala right in front of us. People could have easily just gone there and asked that guy what the price was. And instead we were selling on the ground for 3 times the price. So that woman was like, bro, itna zyada. Kheti se aaya hai, hamara gaon se aaya hai, kheti se, I was saying. And then I didn't give up. They were refusing to buy for 10 rupees. At that time, I was reading lots of sales books and things like that. I'd read In Sell or Be Sold, I believe, by Grant Cardone. In that, I'd read that silence is sometimes the best way to negotiate a deal. So, like, okay, these guys don't want to buy it, no problem. I'll continue to sit here, mind my own business. People get hungry. If someone sees food, they'll get hungry. And eventually, they'll give in. Trust me. So I made a deal. How about you buy 5 bananas, but I'll give you them for 30 rupees. So 20 rupees off. And they ended up buying it. So in the end, we more than doubled our money. So we went home with around 150 rupees total. And we still had a few bananas left, but then it was kind of late in the afternoon. Nobody was down to buy the bananas. What's the lesson with this? Obviously, I didn't make this video just to blabber about what I did. I want to ask you a question. If I told you right now to buy a bunch of bananas and sell them on the street, would you be able to? Subconsciously, you might think that the work is below you. That maybe if you're a kid, you might be able to pull it off, but not as an adult. Society has conditioned everybody to stay in their limits. What those limits are? They are irrational fears that everybody has. If you think you are somehow better to do certain jobs, that you are somehow in another class of people that does not have to do these essential jobs, or does not have to get a job first or get a low paying job first before you get a high paying job, you are entitled. That entitlement needs to go. ये काम हमारे लिए नहीं, ये हम नहीं करते, तो कौन करता है? Humble yourself. The second lesson is that you have to be bold in life. I could still sell bananas on the street. I'm an adult now. I'll continue to be an adult for the foreseeable future. And at any time in my life, in the future, I'll be able to do this sort of a thing. It's not difficult. And I don't think it's somehow a bad thing to do that. I don't think it's a waste of time. This is what I do in my free time. Seriously. And trust me, if you are not bold like this in life, of doing bold things like this, of getting out of your comfort zone on demand, on command, you'll have huge problems in your life, relationships, career. Basically, your quality of life will be dipped to zero. Because whenever you have a conflict, you'll have a argument, and your first thing would be to avoid conflict, to avoid the truth, to avoid being bold in your decision making, to avoid being the leader in that negotiation or in that relationship. You will avoid these kinds of things. That's what's gonna mess you up. And I believe that I can genuinely do anything. If you tell me to do something, no matter my preparation, no matter my experience, I will do it. And if I can't do it right now, I will be able to do it eventually. Watch me. That's the mentality that you need to have boldness in thought and smartness in execution. That's all. Take care.